Welcome, Planeteers. One thing every Indian has repeatedly learned from childhood is the fact that how brain drain is bad for the country and how this is hampering the country's growth. And this common phenomena is common from most developing countries. Well, there may be some merit to it, but I am back again playing devil's advocate and list a number of factors that will clearly suggest that brain drain may actually be helping India or the other countries, and for that matter. So watch the complete video because the numbers in the last point and the figures associated with it will pop your eyes out. Factor number one, limited opportunities. First of all, there is no dearth of brain in the country. In fact, what is more painful and would be such a waste is if this talent does not get a platform to showcase this. With the population of our size and most of it being young, there is only so much jobs that can be created with the country to employ all of them. It then becomes mandatory for us to tap into the international job market that allows a larger breathing space as the workforce spreads out and more people get employed. This statement also holds true for getting higher quality of education. With at least 1.5 million of engineering graduates graduating every year out of the limited institutions in the country, only 20% are actually job fit, and hence a second degree to stay afloat becomes mandatory in this overly competitive market. And then the number of institutions that can actually provide this is limited, as most of these lack the needed infrastructure. And this is just for engineering. Imagine how this scales up when all fields are involved, and why it becomes almost mandatory for all those students to migrate and outside the country for higher studies. Factor number two, job seekers versus job creators. I am not denying the entrepreneurial spirit of students that go abroad. In fact, research finds that 90, that's 90, out of 500 US unicorns, the founders were Indian born. Over 4 out of 10 unicorn founders are first gen immigrants. Israel and Canada follow next with 52 and 42 respectively. Also, 33.2% of the co founders of engineering and technology firms founded by the immigrants in the USA since 2006 were Indians. The Chinese are second at 8.1%, and this is a very proud moment for us. However, if you look at the scale of the number of immigrants that enter US from India, you will clearly know that most of them go only to get a job initially and lack the risk taking capabilities needed to be an entrepreneur. This further gets hampered by the huge education loan that they first pay off, making it further adverse for them to be entrepreneurs. And India needs more people that can create job than just seek it, and increase the competition here and overboard with the employment here. Factor number three, increased credibility. One thing that all our people that have gone abroad have done that has immensely helped India is create massive soft power by being true, honest, obedient, and persistent. They have proven the mettle of the Indian mindset and the education system by climbing the ranks and taking leadership positions in almost every company out there. We all know this ever increasing long list of Indian CEOs, be it Sundar Pichai, Satya, Nadella. This has not only increased the credibility of Indian students and their talent levels in the international market, creating an environment where companies don't think twice before hiring Indian talent. But most importantly, by being at strategic and leadership positions in these world changing companies like Google, Microsoft, Oracle, etc., they create fertile grounds when is ensured that India does not have to lobby anymore to be part of any projects or development that these companies come up with, which means more outsourcing of work to Indian companies, creating of more opportunities while continuing to drain foreign investment in the country for all kinds of endeavors, a point which I will discuss in much more detail later in this video. Number 4, exposure to international standards. By studying and working in a global environment opens up one's perspective of where the world has reached in terms of innovation, quality, and technical expertise. And then immigrants who come back to the country have used this and remodeled it to cater to the Indian market and society to create so many successful ventures that compete with the very best out there. Classic examples being Kunal Bahal, who founded Snapdeal, or Piyush Bansal, who founded Lenskart. And this list is long. It is their exposure to international standards and environment that allows them to have a holistic view to approach any situation and deliver world class services developed indigenously. by either forming such companies or providing expertise to already existing Indian companies, giving them the edge to compete worldwide. Point number 5, soft power. A very quick point on this: Indian diaspora, wherever established, has been repeatedly termed as the ideal diaspora. They are some of the richest people in the country but continue to also be ideal citizens while keeping Indian culture intact, which helps in increasing the soft power of the country massively. This positive opinion about Indians abroad then translates and starts to represent India, helping it to have a stronger foothold in the global scenario by having a respected section of the society representing it in almost every country of the world. And then this helps in other industries as well, because, like for example, the film industry, because of this diaspora present world over, Indian movies then become popular in these countries and then expose the citizens of these countries to these cultural and movies. And this is just one of them. This goes for cuisine as well, for sports as well, and all other things related to us that then become popular in these countries. Foreign investment. This is the most important point, and this is backed by numbers, and the numbers are mind boggling. GDP contribution. Although NRIs account for only 1% of the 1.3 billion total population of Indians, they are an integral part of India. One of the major sources of foreign currency inflow in the country is the money transfer or remittance made by the NRIs back to their families, relatives, or friends. Remittances. The huge Indian diaspora is responsible for a significant amount of money inflows to the country. Such money inflows are called remittances, which is the money sent by migrant workers back to their home country. India has been steadily experiencing great remittance growth and continues to be on that track. There has been a significant surge of remittances from 2016 $62.75 billion to 2017 $68.97 billion, and in 2018 the World Bank estimated remittance of India to be the highest in the world with $79 billion, followed by China and Mexico at $67 billion and $36 billion respectively. These remittances constituted 2.9% of India's GDP, and remittances form the country's foreign exchange money of roughly around 22 to 23%. And this is just money that is transferred to parents, etc. Foreign reserves. Every dollar transferred to India adds to the country's foreign exchange pool. Remittances to India are also one of the significant contributors to the foreign exchange reserve and make up nearly 25% of the total foreign exchange reserve in the country. That is 25%. It is clear how NRI's money transfers are helping the Indian economy, because each transfer increases the country's foreign exchange pool, and this is the major source of foreign currency inflow. Remittances increases the purchasing power of people, which drives the consumption market and move the demand and supply forward. So next time somebody argues against the so-called brain drain, simply say that brain drain makes the money rain. And that is more important. Trust the country and its talent, and every brain that goes outside is a gift that will continue to give back endlessly in every possible way. Blaming people for seeking opportunities to showcase their talent is hypocrite, especially when you're incapable of providing them the platform. I hope you're liking this content. It takes a lot of work and effort to get these points to you, and the rewards of these are slightly disappointing right now. So help me grow this channel and become a platform where we counter popular narratives and develop a new order of thinking. So I would really request you to like, share, and subscribe if you have found any value in this. Until then, live long and prosper.